This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon and thank you for watching News 8 Now. I'm Sophia Pullman. Before we get to today's top stories, let's toss it over to First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean.
Hey, good afternoon, Sophia. Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, we have a gorgeous day out there right now. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. You can see right there with CityCam, abundant sunshine out there at this hour. We started the day off with temperatures in low 20s. We were hanging right around 22 by the 6 o'clock hour. Quickly shot up to 31 by 9 a.m. And right now, at the top of the hour, we are seeing that temperature of 44 degrees. We have sunny skies out there. We have a little bit of a bite in the air. Feels like 41 out there. Winds are out of the west at 6 miles per hour. Other temperatures across the area. Ladysmith, good afternoon to you guys. You're at 36, 38 Eau Claire, 44 in La Crosse, 41 Decorah. Boscobel, you were in the mid-50s the other day. You're sitting at 46. I think you're going to make a run for the 50s again for today. But again, some places have a little bit of a bite in the air. La Crosse, the feels like temperature is 41. Eau Claire, 38, 37 Ladysmith, 36 and Preston. Now, Sophia, coming up in the first warn forecast, we're going to talk about temperatures staying near normal. We'll take a little bit of a dip, but the question is, will the 50s make a return? Now, I'll have that answer in a few minutes.
A teacher's aide in the La Crosse School District is on administrative leave involving a classroom investigation. News 8 Now obtained a video of an incident that happened on February 13th of this year. The video shows the aide is standing in front of a closet door while a kid inside asks to be let out. According to sources, the 13-year-old went into the closet as a prank, and the teacher's aide blocked the kid inside to teach him a lesson. The parents of the teen told News 8 Now they're upset with the district for allowing the incident to take place and are asking that charges be filed against the teacher's aide. The district is investigating the incident. A statement from the school district reads in part, the school district of La Crosse expects all students to be treated with dignity and respect. Additionally, we hold all of our employees accountable to properly follow our policies and procedures. A Chippewa woman has been located safe. We previously reported that Rose DeVolve was last seen yesterday morning and police needed help locating her. The missing person alert for DeVolve has been canceled. A woman arrested is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Star Myers was arrested with 5 others earlier this month in the town of Manchester. According to a criminal complaint, Star told a friend she shot a victim in the head after the victim told her he cheated. The criminal complaint also included police interviews with Myers' son, who said the victim's body was burned in the backyard. While police searched the property, they found human remains. Myers' son, Jeffrey, is also charged with hiding a corpse and aiding a felon as a party to a crime. Star Myers is in prison right now, serving a 6-year sentence for a previous conviction. A La Crosse man entered a not guilty plea to charges of first-degree reckless homicide and delivering drugs. 48-year-old Bernard Moore first appeared in court on these charges in August of 2022. Moore has been under investigation since October of 2021. According to La Crosse police investigators, Moore is accused of supplying heroin, meth, and fentanyl to the victim over a course of several months. The victim, who was also Moore's neighbor, died of an accidental overdose from the drugs.
Yes, there were 2 main drugs that were contributors, both fentanyl and methamphetamine. There's no way to necessarily separate which one contributed more, but both of them were contributors. Yes.
Investigators recovered several text messages between Moore and the victim discussing drugs. Moore said while he did give the victim drugs before, he did not on the day she died. Judge Elliot Levine says while there's no direct evidence linking Bernard to the victim, there is probable cause for a trial. A vote in the state Senate this week means conversion therapy is now allowed again in the state of Wisconsin. But 14 cities across the state have banned the controversial practice. Our Braden Ross joins us with more on how local activists are responding.
Wednesday, Wisconsin Senate Republicans voted to allow conversion therapy for minors.
They are reinstating conversion therapy in the state of Wisconsin with their actions.
The controversial practice aimed at changing gender identity or sexuality of a patient was first banned at a statewide level under Governor Tony Evers in 2020. In response, Republicans brought legislation to block that ban, a bill that expired when it didn't make it to the floor for a vote before the end of the legislative session last year. Now they're re-upping that legislation, something Democrats see as taking advantage of legislative procedure.
They're going to let this bill sit in committee all session without a hearing or a vote. They're going to do this not because they actually want to pass this bill, but because every day that it sits in committee, conversion therapy is allowed to continue.
But while the bill is still stalled at the state level, some activists have their sights set a little lower.
I started an organization called People Against Conversion Therapy back in 2017 and worked with then Councilman Cavalier Johnson in Milwaukee to actually introduce the first municipal ban in the state of Wisconsin back in 2018. And then we did the same thing in Madison, and now over a dozen cities in the state of Wisconsin have passed bans on conversion therapy on minors.
They say blocks and bans in the Capitol building won't change their resolve at a local level.
What I know that I will continue to fight for, and what so many amazing advocates in our community will continue to fight for, is ending this practice once and for all. And if we have to do that by banning it in every single city and municipality and county before the legislature takes action, so be it. That's what we'll do.
If Republican lawmakers send the bill to Evers' desk, it's very unlikely that he would sign it. When we come back, a large recall from Honda and Kia. Over 500,000 cars have been recalled due to a fire risk. We'll have more on that story in today's Money Watch. U.S. stocks closed higher Thursday, a slight recovery from the day before when the Federal Reserve's quarter-of-a-point interest rate hike sent them tumbling. CBS News' Chanel Call has the latest business news headlines from New York.
TikTok CEO Shouzi Chu defended the social media app before a House committee for more than 5 hours yesterday. In his testimony, Chu boasted that the app has more than 150 million users in the U.S. Lawmakers from both parties pushed the CEO on privacy concerns and whether the app's Chinese parent company could be compelled to share user data with the Chinese government. Chu told lawmakers that American user data is stored on American soil. Hyundai and Kia are recalling more than 500,000 vehicles in the U.S. and urging owners to park them outside because of a fire risk. The recall impacts late-model Hyundai Santa Fe SUVs, including hybrids, the Santa Cruz pickup, and Kia's Carnival minivan. The vehicle's electric tow hitch harnesses can catch fire if water gets into them. And it's not exactly undercover boss, but Starbucks' new CEO, Lakshman Narasimhan, says he will take half-day shifts working the counter once a month in one of the company's stores. His goal is to stay close to the company's culture and its customers. The 55-year-old took the reins from longtime former CEO Howard Schultz earlier this week. It all comes as almost 300 of the company's 9,000 stores have voted to unionize in the past 2 years. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
As we head to break, here is a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next. How the brain weighs decisions and new recommendations for surgery after COVID. Bradley Blackburn has some of the day's top health stories.
New analysis out of the UK suggests patients don't have to wait too long after a bout of COVID-19 to have a planned surgery. Researchers in England say it's safe to operate on patients as early as 2 weeks after infection, rather than the recommended 7 weeks, as long as they've recovered from illness. Women with mental illness are less likely to go to the doctor for cervical cancer screenings, putting them at twice the risk for developing the disease. That's according to Swedish researchers who are calling on healthcare professionals to make underserved patients more aware of the need for regular screenings. And a new study in the journal Nature Human Behavior finds a different part of the brain, rather than the prefrontal cortex, actually plays a greater role in making decisions, like where to eat or which slot machine to play. Investigators at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center hope their discovery may lead to new treatments for neurological disorders, including addiction. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Here is a live look at CityCam 8. Eric Dean is in next with our forecast.
Wow, take a look outside. That temperature out there, not bad at all. We have sunny skies. 44 is the current temperature. It feels like 41 out there, so there's a little bit of a bite in the air. Winds are out of the west at 6 miles per hour. Take a look at your feels like temperature, though. Just a little bit cooler, down to 41 degrees. In Eau Claire, you're at 38 degrees. It feels like 38 out there with a nice calm wind at this hour. Other temperatures across the area. We are in the 30s and 40s, upper 30s towards Eau Claire, 44 in Black River Falls, 46 in Sparta, 43 Viroqua, 44 in La Crosse, 43 in Winona. And we're substantially warmer as compared to yesterday. Look at this, 5 degrees warmer in Winona, 8 degrees warmer in La Crosse, 10 degrees warmer in Prairie du Chien, 9 degrees warmer as you make your way towards Boscobel. Now, we will see temperatures going up into the upper 40s, low 50s as we go throughout the afternoon and early evening hours. By 6 o'clock, we'll be hovering right around 49 degrees, 47 by 7, 48, or 43 by the 8 o'clock hour. As we go into the weekend, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s for tomorrow, mid 40s for Sunday. Eau Claire, you're going to stay in the mid 40s, though, throughout your weekend. You'll see mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, partly cloudy skies for your Sunday. Radar scan right now, we have a clean sweep across the area. This is going to get a break as we go into the next several days. High pressure is large and in charge, and we're on the back end of a high pressure system, which is what's allowing those winds to come out of the south. You can see exactly what's going on here as we go ahead and throw the analysis on. So here's that high pressure system I was talking about, and we're on the back end of it, which is bringing the southerly flow. And I'll go ahead and draw this out, and you can see exactly what's going on with that southerly flow. So we're on the back end, so high pressure usually means clockwise rotation. So you can see, again, that's why the winds are starting to come out of the south at this hour. And with that, we're going to stay in the 40s and 50s, some places in the mid-30s. 35 Minneapolis is current temperature, 33 Duluth, 44 in Des Moines. But you go farther south where we see these yellows and oranges, that's where we're seeing temperatures in the 70s and 80s. You can see where that stationary boundary is situated towards portions of Kentucky, over towards portions of Arkansas into Oklahoma. So for today, again, we're going to go back into the 40s and 50s. 51 will be the high in La Crosse, 50 in Sparta, 50 in Black River Falls, 44 in Marshfield, 49 in Volk Field. When you wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures in the teens and 20s will greet you. Mid-20s from La Crosse down to Prairie du Chien, teens from Sparta up towards Eau Claire, Ladysmith. You'll make it down to 10 degrees, and some of the outlying areas may actually see overnight lows in the single digits. So we'll see the clouds start to pick up as we go to your Saturday morning. This particular model, especially over towards portions of Crawford and Richland County, may see a little bit of snow when you wake up in the morning. Again, kind of like yesterday, not everybody will see it, but the ones who do see it, though, may get a nice little coating. So the details of the first one forecast for today. We've got a 51 degrees. Let's call it Sun City, shall we? A nice calm wind. Winds will be out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we help you plan your evening hours, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s by 6, 43 by 8, upper 30s by the 10 and 11 o'clock time frame, and that's going to take us into the next 8 days. We go to 48 for Saturday, 44 for Sunday, then upper 40s for Tuesday, Wednesday. Rain chances pick up again Thursday going into next Friday. So, Sophia, not a bad weekend nonetheless. We'll see temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. Get out and enjoy it.
No, it's not that bad. I'm liking how we're transitioning from 30 to 40 degrees.
Right,
and that's what I like to hear.
Same.
Thank you.
You bet.
Robots are coming to the La Crosse Center. 40 teams will compete this weekend for the top title. That story is next.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Preparations are underway for an exciting couple of weekends at the La Crosse Center. Crews are setting up the playing field for high school robotics teams to compete for a top title. Students are coming from all over Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa to have the top bot. Around 40 teams are coming this weekend for the Minnesota North Star Regional, and about 50 teams will be here next weekend for the Seven Rivers Regional. This event is free for anyone to come and watch, and according to organizers, it's worth it.
It's hard to describe one of these contests. You really have to come and see it. It's part rock concert, it's part athletic event. There's a lot of cheering, there's a lot of enthusiasm.
Teams win points when their robot scores goals on the field. They have just 2.5 minutes for their 150-pound machines to get points. If you want to check it out this weekend, opening ceremonies start at 8:30 on Sunday. The first matches start at 9. The playoff matches start later at 1:30. Stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast when we return.
All right, let's break it down, shall we? Upper 40s, low 50s today, upper 40s, low 50s on Saturday, mid 40s on Sunday, and then we go back into the upper 40s to start next week. Rain chances not out of the question Thursday going into Friday. So keep in mind our average high for this time of year is 49 degrees anyway, so we're kind of flirting with normal, if you will. Not bad.
Thanks, Eric. And thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us at 5 and 6.